You're good.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Melite Wood, and I am your presenter for today. We are going to talk about treasurer's training. And how many are you here that are treasurer in your club at the moment? 3, 4. Okay, that's great. So we will be talking about treasurer for the next an hour and 15 minutes. And if you have any questions, we do have Q&A towards the end. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and start introducing ourselves. Let's start with this one.
I am Lion Narcy Gachola from San Francisco Dynamics.
Okay.
Omar, San Francisco Premier, incoming treasurer.
Very good.
Good morning, I'm Lion Gachola from San Francisco Golden Gate Lions Club.
I'm Lion Josephine Cadrales Eng from Bago.
Good. And we do have a guest, Lion.
Lion Ray, introduce yourself.
I am Lion
Ray.
From Bago.
Very good.
From Bago.
Lyle Workman with Geneva Excelsior.
Welcome.
Lion Tin King, San Carlos.
Very good.
Kiana Davis, Lions Club San Francisco, OMI, Ocean Ingleside.
Oh, very nice. Welcome.
Thank you.
And Chong, San Francisco Chinatown Lions Club.
Good. So, hopefully, all of you guys will have to probably share all your experiences, and if you have any questions and your ideas, then we can gather all those information and we can help each other. So again, my name is Melite Wood, and I am your presenter for today. I was a district treasurer for 2 years in a row. I was also the strike team member for 2022 and 2023. And I was also the founder of our club, which is the Foster City Bear Island Cyber Lions Club, and my co-founder is Lion Jimenez. And let's go ahead and start. So just a housekeeping, the restrooms is actually right behind this building right here. If you walk straight up, you make a right, that's where the restrooms is. And you have some water and snacks right here when you walk out, so help yourself. Okay? So this training is actually recorded, and it will be online soon in our district and also in the YouTube. And if you also need a copy of this training, I can definitely email it to you, and that way you have an idea of how to create an account and stuff like that. There will be also an opportunity for a Q&A questions at the end of the session. Okay? So we would like to thank our district governor today, District Governor Kevin Guess, and our incoming district governor is actually Clayton Jolly. So, what is our objectives for today? So our objectives for today is to understand your duties as a treasurer, and we need to learn also the importance of keeping admin and charities separately. We need also to learn to do the budget and create a report, and learn to keep proper records. That's very important. So who among you here have 2 accounts with your treasurers? So you have admin and charities. That's great. So as you know, the Lions Club International is one of the largest service club in all over the world. We actually have about 46,000 Lions clubs and more than 1.4 million members in over 140 countries for the Leos and 200 for the Lions. So these are our constitutional areas. So we belong to Constitutional Area 1 and 2, which is the USA, the affiliates of Bermuda and the Bahamas and Canada. There's Constitutional Area 3, South America. We also have Central America, Mexico, and the islands of the Caribbean Sea. Constitutional Area 4 is Europe. Constitutional Area 5 is the Orient and the Southeast Asia. Constitutional Area 6 is India, Southeast Asia, Middle East. Constitutional Area 7 is Australia, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, Indonesia, islands of the South Pacific, and the Constitutional Area 8 is Africa. And this is our Lions executive officers from LCI. So we do have Patty Hill. What happened to her face? It's here. And then our immediate past president is Brian Sheehan. It's weird on my slide, it's here, but it's not showing up. And then our first vice president is Fabrizio Oliveira from Brazil. And this is Mark Lyon, the second vice president. And then the third is AP Singh from India. So let's go to the responsibilities of a club treasurer. So, as an officer, you are required to attend meetings and board meetings and club meetings as well. You also are required to prepare club budget for your clubs and collecting annual members' dues, and that's very important. Make sure when you have a new member, you have to emphasize to them what is your dues for each month. Like in our club, our dues is only $10 a month, so it's like $120 a year. And that, I think that is the lowest in our district, yeah. And also making payments on behalf of the club, you as a treasurer, you have to do that. And maintaining a club financial records. And also club taxes. You are responsible for filing taxes for your club. Do you have any question on that one so far? None? Okay. So, how do you prepare a budget? The preparation of the club's budget is one of the treasurer's major responsibilities. It is done in conjunction with the finance committee and the president. The budget should be presented for approval at the first board meeting. Each club should have two budgets, admin and activities. So what is the admin budget for? The admin budget is for anything that is related for the members. It could be uniform, it could be your training, it could be your dues. Anything that is related to the membership, that is your admin. Anything that is related to charities, you're donating something to another organization, that is activities or charities account. For some reason, you cannot have admin and charities account in one account. It has to be separated. The charities account or the activities account is specifically for donations to a nonprofit organization, to any clubs or the district or whatever that your club is going to approve. And you as a treasurer, you cannot just write a check and give it out without the board approval. It is very important that when you have your board meeting to talk about your donations, that you need to donate, you need to disperse, or the admin, it's okay to pay the dues without the board approval, because that is basic. We have to pay that. So you don't need an approval for the dues to LCI.
Our club had 3 accounts before. We had the sportive and the charity, and we are one of the clubs we have foundation. What we did last year, this year actually, we combined charity to our foundation. So it simplified that administrative is only for membership dues only. And any donation to LCI and any other activities is foundation. So we simplified the 3 accounts to 2. Is that okay?
That is okay too, because the foundation actually is when you receive donations and you want to use your foundation to get the letter of donation. So you have a 501c3 number. So most donors will donate it to a foundation so they can use it for their tax write-off. Okay? But make sure that everything ties in with your record. Yeah. And everything has to be approved with the board. Any more questions? Clarifications? So, this, as you can see, there's dues and convention and general. The dues and convention is actually, is that admin or charities? It's an admin account. The general, what is the general for?
Probably admin. It can be both.
It could be both. It really depends. It depends on your club. Like, okay, you have a general donation that you want to donate it to a club, or if there's a general money that you need to disperse for your membership. So you just need to identify those two. Okay? Yes?
Can you say that one more time?
So the dues and convention, like the district convention, you're attending a convention, you're attending training and stuff like that. That is for an admin account. Admin, yeah.
So in our admin account, we've got other things, I assume you're gonna go over those later, like the
Yeah.
rent and
Yes, yes.
all rental, yeah.
So there's a lot that is actually incorporated with admin. Basically, if it's for the club, like rent expense or any printing expenses for that matter that is related for the members, that is an admin. But if you have any printing for your event, you have an event, a fundraising event, so that one should go to charities. That's part of your expense for your charities. There you go. There's your admin budget. The administrative budget is used for the internal running of the club. The income from dues, tail twisting, and money raised directly from members, and the expenses for international dues, what Tim said, printing, postage, and other costs related to club operations. So what about the charity budget? The charity budget is used to fulfill the exempt purposes and goals of the club. And these are the income from public fundraising projects and expenses for the direct costs of the fundraising, as well as the donations and charitable activities of the club. So we are clear on that, right? Anything that is fundraising related, that you raise money, those are charities. You cannot, by all means, transfer money from admin to charities. You can do the other way around, but you cannot reverse. So charities, oh wait, you
Admin to
cannot,
charity.
the other way around. You cannot transfer money
From charity.
from
Charity to admin.
charities to admin account. And,
But you can.
but you can transfer admin to charities, okay?
When is the medical mission, is that
That's
a charity, right?
Medical mission is gonna be charities.
But it should be approved by the board.
It has to be approved, anything
Any
that the
service
club that you are doing, like whatever activities that your club is doing or donating, make sure that is approved by the board.
So just in case somebody went to Philippines and used the pocket money of that person, she can reimburse it or not because it was not approved in the beginning.
You have to identify that from the very beginning. You cannot
You cannot
ask for
retroact.
reimbursement if you don't have any funding for that. So like for example, our club, when we do our fundraising, we automatically know where we're gonna put the money. So for example, we have a chicken barbecue, drive-through. This is intended for diabetes. So that money that we raised in there should go to diabetes alone. We cannot use that for Tonga food and clothing and stuff. No. Yeah, so you should have a separate sub-account for each fundraising that you guys have. And if you're going to the Philippines for a medical mission and
You spend your money.
you have to spend your own money, not unless your club says, okay, we will pay half of your expense, or we will pay up to $200. So it's the same thing with when we send delegates or attendees to the district convention, our club approves. We pay $200 each attendee. So they can use it for gas, they can use it for food, they can use it for hotel, whatever they want to use it for. But that one needs to be approved by the board first, before you will reimburse members. Yes, Ed?
Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna clarify that, everything should be in the budget, everything that, to summarize, everything that we raise should be given back to the specific project. I just want to clarify.
Okay,
Okay.
any question?
No, I'm good.
You're okay? Good.
Thank you.
So, under no circumstances may the net income from money raised through public club projects or activities be used in any manner whatsoever for admin expenditures. That's the one that I said earlier. You cannot use the money for admin because that is intended for that specific charity that you're doing. Okay? Now, this is an example of a chart of accounts for admin. As you can see, you have membership income. You have the dues. Under the dues, we have active, life members, associate, or an affiliate. Then we have tail twisters receipts. So these are pretty much the example of an admin account, the chart of accounts. And how many of you here are using either QuickBooks or Quicken in your club? You're using QuickBooks?
Yes,
Good. And how do you like it so far?
I've been using QuickBooks since the early nineties, so I don't have any problem with it.
Right. It is very user-friendly actually. QuickBooks is very user-friendly compared to Quicken. When I was a district treasurer, we used Quicken. And I suggested to them use QuickBooks because it's very user-friendly. Whoever is the next treasurer can easily log in online and everything else, and you can get the reports with no problem. But I think they're still using Quicken at the moment.
A comment about Quicken versus QuickBooks. Quicken is a very sloppy bookkeeping system. QuickBooks is designed for business use. Lions clubs are businesses.
That's true.
So you should use a business-oriented bookkeeping system.
Yeah, that is very true. I've used QuickBooks for probably my entire life. I'm a CPA by profession, so we used QuickBooks the whole time. I have like QuickBooks like way back then.
Excuse me, the question about, you mentioned about tail twister? when she collects money, of course that's cash, give it directly to the treasurer,
That is correct.
how that should be recorded?
So that one should be recorded separately. If you have a tail twister officer in your club, then make sure when that person turn it into the treasurer, there should be a documentation that the treasurer received it. You cannot just hand the money here.
Do we have that documentation?
You have to ask your treasurer or the president.
Oh,
You can easily just even a sheet of paper or a
okay, they
receipt.
receive
It doesn't
that.
have to be official, but
Also, the tax person should make a list then, and then
And
the
hand it
treasurer
over,
will
yeah.
sign it.
that is correct, yeah. The treasurer will sign it,
Okay,
that he or she received that money,
okay.
yeah,
You use that kind of document in your club,
yes.
right? Can you send us a copy of what you use?
For the receipt,
Any receipts from any kind of function?
oh yeah,
if you
we
have
only have to,
standard
it's
form.
just like a standard from this is, blah, 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 received the amount of blah, blah, blah for tail
Or
twisters.
you can buy it in the office for the simple
The
receipt, just receive it, just
Just a
duplicate.
piece of paper,
The
they
same,
receive.
but you
It
can
doesn't
buy
have to be official, but it's just for record purposes that, you turned in the money.
Yes.
My point was, if you already have one, we don't have to figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
right?
No problem, I can send it to you guys, yeah.
It's
that's
more
fine.
official that way.
Yeah,
Instead of QuickBooks or in Excel, that presentation, the slide, right?
you have to create, this is actually an Excel
Excel?
spreadsheet, yeah, because this is the budget for, the proposed budget and the actual. This is the sample of the
Maybe-
budget, but this is,
Can we get a raw copy of that?
yeah, I can send you the training copy of this if you want.
So we can download and just
This
use it.
accounts is you have to create your own. Do you have any life membership? Do you have associate? Do you have affiliate? And all of this probably does not apply to your club. So you just have to choose which account, or you have to create your own account. Yeah.
It's between admin and charity. Usually when we raise funds for sick patients. Like we have kids in the Philippines and it's always charity. And sometimes members of the club donate money towards the circle.
Okay.
So it goes into charity. What happens if it is a member that gets sick? So the benefit goes to the member, but is that charity or is it admin?
Well, you have to discuss it with your club. Are you going to help your member? If you're helping a member, then it's a charitable.
Okay, what if the club itself decides to donate a certain amount to the member? So is that charity or is that admin?
That has to be charity. Yeah. Because you guys already.
Because the benefit is going to a member.
You raised funds already for a specific.
No, but we are also giving our own funds. Oh yeah, we raise funds.
You raise funds for that specific charity, right? For specific, like for example, for cancer patients or anything that has, major.
Okay, so even
Illness.
if it's a member that is getting the benefit,
Yes,
still charity.
it has to be a charity, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And it has to be approved by.
Yeah, we always
board.
have approval
Yeah.
by the board.
You cannot just like give it to somebody
Yeah,
like,
no,
she's
no.
sick. No, we don't do that.
So, we ran into a similar question in our club, and somebody went back to LCI and said that we can't give money to other lines. And so there's some LCI rules you might wanna check into before
That's
we
true.
do that.
Technically, you
It
can't.
didn't make any sense to me, I think we should be able to,
Yeah,
help our
technically you can't. If I, based on my experience, you really can't. But what we did when we raise funds specifically for a specific person. So just like when we have a cancer, one of the
We've done that several times.
one of the sons of the member got cancer, and so we raised specifically a fundraising for that cause, and all the money went to that. Yeah.
It seems to me that if you are going to donate to a member, for their medical bills or whatever, and you write the check to the hospital or to whomever is going to be the receiver. Do not write it to the member.
To the person's name, yeah,
That's correct.
yeah.
Okay.
You'll be
So
better off.
there is no question as to
Right.
where the money is going.
Exactly. But again, as Tim said, check in with LCI first, yeah.
Thank you.
So this is the example of the foundation income right here. So if you have a foundation account, so as you can see, there's fundraisers in there, there's concerts in the park, there's crowd, feed, fireworks, golf tournament, whatever. And these are all your total donation, total income. And then this, you can list all your donations here. You can donate it to a food program, to LCIF, or to Canine Companion, whatever you want. And of course, these are the example of the foundation expense, your admin costs for the foundation. Okay, let's have,
I'm sorry, when you say foundation, what's that?
that is for a 501c3 if your club has a 501c3. Yeah, most of the clubs doesn't have a 501c3 yet, yeah, but we are actually a 501c4. The district is a 501c4 because we are in the umbrella of the Lions Club International.
And I think there are 4 or 5 clubs, including our club, Premier, as a foundation in the district. Out of 57 clubs, there are about 4 or 5, as far as I know.
Yes, San Carlos.
San Carlos has
San Carlos is one, Bago is one,
4 or 5.
We don't have a foundation.
San Bruno.
That's Cup Foundation, which is independent from.
Oh, okay, I thought you guys had it, all right, yeah. So let's have a question and answer here. Let's see if you got what is admin and what is charity. So what about the dinner at meeting for members?
Admin.
Very good. What about dinner at meeting for student speaker, for a parent?
Charity.
Admin.
Or both.
It's a student speaker, a parent of a student speaker.
Oh, that's this.
It is charity. Why? Because the student speaker is actually one of our service project that we do. And if you're having dinner, you're hosting a dinner for a parent because the student is one of the contestant, and that is a charity. What about dues to LEF, Canine Companions, donation to LCIF and CLF?
Charity.
Everyone? Is it charities?
Charity.
Okay. Oh, Anna, it is charities. Remember, you are donating to Lions Eye Foundation, you're donating to Canine Companion, and you're donating to LCIF and CLF, California Lions Foundation. So those are all charities. What about sending the president or the secretary to cabinet meeting?
Admin.
Good. What about the computer for treasurer?
Admin.
It can be half. You can probably split it because the treasurer is doing admin and at the same time doing charities. It's up to you, to your club. Now, let's talk about collecting member dues. This is very important because most of the clubs, they just recruit members without letting them know that there's dues associated with the membership. So with the advice from the Finance Committee and approval of the Board of Directors, the board sets an annual club members' dues. Just like what I said earlier, our club set it up for $10 a month for the club dues. So the treasurer or the secretary will send out invoices for the total member dues for the LCI, the Lions Club International, MD4, that is our multiple district, and the club to members. Approximately 10 days before the start of the dues paying period. Dues should be collected in advance either annually or semi-annually. So, this year, starting 2024 to 2026, the LCI dues, the Lions Club International, is gonna be $48 a year.
I saw it's $50.
It was from 46, now it's going up to 48.
Okay, so good. I
It's
saw
$48
$50.
a year, okay? And then the MD4 is $18 a year. Then for the district, you have $14.40 a year. So if you add that, you need at least $78.40 a year to pay for all those dues
For each member.
for each member.
48, 18, 14, that's
48,
70.
14, and 14.50.
$14.40 for the district.
So it's,
And MD4 is 18.
sorry, $80?
18.
1/8.
1/8.
Yes. but,
18 for what?
the total
18
is?
is for the MD4, multiple
MD4.
district.
For a year.
And then the LCI is 48. So the total is $78.40.
Why I'm looking at 18 here.
So if our club, our members are only paying $10 a month, a total is for the year is $120. So we have extra $41.60 that goes to the admin account. We can use that added up for t-shirts, for the members, attending trainings, and most of the time, like 2 years ago, I did a fundraising for admin. If you're doing a fundraising for admin account, you cannot use Lions. There should be no one using Lions logo, Lions t-shirt because you're doing it for your admin. You cannot do that.
So how do you do it? Just fundraising for?
It's just fundraising and then we just put it into for our club admin account. We
Okay.
specify it for our club admin account. And that's why we were able to send our members to trainings and to the convention.
Do you,
That's part of the admin.
so when you send your officer to training, you pay them?
We pay them half,
Ah,
yeah.
but to attend this class, no cost, you,
Oh, not this one. The training, I mean, is more leadership, the advanced training.
the one training.
Yeah, like the regional,
DIY and all,
yeah, the regional advanced leadership and emerging lions and FDI, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But you also know that if you attend all those leadership training, the district actually also pays $200 per person.
Sometimes we encourage new members to attend the cabinet meetings, and can we use our admin money to pay for
Yeah.
their lunch and dinner?
Do your lunch.
Because you pay $30, $35.
Yeah, if it's approved by the board, then
Yeah,
you can.
So we can use it.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay, because
You
we
can
just
definitely.
we want them to,
Encourage.
encourage them and see what's going on with the cabinet and what happens in the cabinet.
Yes. Yes,
Thank
Lan.
When, you raise funds, as you say, for your admin, do you also include members of the public in that?
Yes.
fundraising?
Yeah.
You might wanna check on that.
So most of the time, what we do is we raise funds for, we, like, 2 years ago, we did, we need to raise funds for our admin accounts, right? So it's right here in Foster City Rec Center. So we invited everyone to,
I would check on the validity of raising funds from the public and using it in the administration fund. I do not think that is proper.
that is proper, because we checked with the district governor before, and they say as long as you don't use Lions.
I really think you need to check on that.
Okay, I'll go check again with the other leadership team.
Well, you might wanna check, international bylaws, international constitutional bylaws on that.
Okay,
You really need to get go higher to get a much broader point of view.
Point well taken, we will do that.
Excuse me. This is new to me and I want to make it clear about, we have to go back a little bit about the member dues. Is it 48 per year goes to LCI, 14.40 per year for district, 18 per year for the entity.
Multi-district.
The total 78.
$78 or $80?
7840.
78, 40. And I noticed that we've been paying more than that, so the club can put something on top of it.
It's, so what it is with the dues, so this is what we require to pay. So if your club is asking the members to pay $50 a month, then it's up to your club. Just like when I was with the Foster City Lions Club before, we pay $544 a year.
I'm talking about per member.
Per member, yeah.
Oh.
This is per member because
Oh, yeah.
it's twice a month we do have meetings and we have caterer that comes in to have dinner, so that's included in our dues of $540 a year.
If you designate a particular amount and there's a residual of what goes to the membership dues to these different areas, should the budget have to justify how much you need to fund the other admin activities? So you can justify how much the members should pay?
Well,
Because you have a budget.
yeah, there is a budget. The budget is for you to just follow. It doesn't mean that you have a budget and you have to. You cannot overspend
Yeah,
or you cannot.
It's a guideline.
It's just like a guideline for your club to look at,
Yeah.
right? So if there is a residual money out of that income, then you can probably, so for example, this is your admin account, right? And you're paying dues for this one. So there's extra money per member.
Yeah, we have like $40.
For example, there's $40 in there extra. Dump it to your admin account. It all goes to your membership, you know? So next year, what it is for example, there's a member that wasn't able to pay and would like to be a member at large for 6 months. So that person, it's gonna hold the payment, it's like it stops right there. So, but if you have members that keeps on coming and not paying, and you have a hard time collecting dues, you have a backup here that you can use first until you collect money from that member.
Or we can send members to leadership trainings.
Yeah,
And
you
use
can
the
use that one
receipt.
as well, yeah. So any money that you have in your admin bucket, use that for leadership, use that for trainings, use it for convention, uniforms, whatever, pins, you know. At the end of the year, you're gonna have, what do you call that? You're gonna give your members, your good members, like pins or trophies and stuff like that. You can use your admin funds that's in there. But if you want to donate money to LEF, Lions Eye Foundation, at the end of the year, you can do that using your charities if you have a budget for that.
Can we use them to buy gift cards as a reward to the members?
From the admin?
From the admin,
Yes.
you can.
Okay.
Yeah, anything that's related for members,
Okay.
you can use.
Like, you know, you have a certificate
Yes.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
say like $50 gift
Mhm.
card, and so we can buy the gift card.
yes. Some clubs actually, they would prefer to use gift cards or gas card to give
Yeah.
instead of
Trophy.
giving trophies or medals and stuff like that.
That's
Because it's
collectors.
more practical. And as you notice, most of the members of the Lions most of them are retired and they're on the fixed income. And some members also, they don't wanna come because it entails a lot of money to join the organization. You pay dues and then here and there you have dinner, lunches,
Yeah,
you
we
know.
have attend meetings, you always pay.
So you just have to choose which one you wanna join, which one you wanna attend. It doesn't mean that you're the president of the club, that you have to join each and every one. You choose, of course, check your budget. We don't want you to be broke. So whatever you can afford to do it, then do it. If you can't, it's okay. members also to join our organization. And that turns them off because a lot of meetings, a lot of expenses, and they don't have enough money because they're 4 kids, feeding the whole family, and they have to work at night, and most of our events are at nighttime. So they cannot attend all those events. So it's okay. Don't get mad at them because they're not attending. All right. So this is an example of an invoice. Okay? So this is the membership dues. For example, you have to put the name here, bill to, and then send it to the club. I put an example here, San Bruno Lions Club. Okay? And then this is your membership dues. And then you collect the money from there. You send that out to your members. You can send it electronically. It would be preferable so you don't have to pay stamps.
Do we have a template for this?
We do have a template for that.
Is that does QuickBooks generate that?
Yes, QuickBooks generate that.
So each member should get that one once they pay their dues?
When you pay your dues, you should have an invoice.
Oh, I didn't know that. So if I pay, let's say what's the annual membership due, I should get that one?
If your club, technically your club should have that. It's
Just
for
the
record
treasurer should
purposes.
get
Yeah,
Each member who paid?
of course.
Oh, okay.
So this you're showing is the bill, it's the invoice to
It's the
them.
invoice
So you send them the bill,
Yeah, we send it to the members. So
and you also send them, do you send them a receipt?
yes, when they pay. Yeah. So this one, it will be sent to you
To pay.
to pay. And then once you receive it, okay, I'll pay it. You tell them I'll pay either by check or by Venmo or Zelle or electronically.
Okay.
And then, once they receive the payment, then you should have
The receipt?
a receipt, this is thank you for your payment, blah, blah, blah. It's just good for record purposes.
So the receipt is for each individual also?
Of course, yeah,
Okay, I didn't know.
yeah.
You know what I did on that form? I put a little box and I break it down to LCI MD4 so they know that the money is going in there, where it's going. Because most of the members doesn't know that $40 goes to LCI. So I put a box in there, this is where your money goes.
Yeah.
So our members will understand
Good
that
idea.
it's not all to administrative. Here, it's related to every, so they know the section that the money is getting. So that's what I did.
Yes, Olive?
Yeah, he actually answered my question, so I noticed I have it all lump sum, but it's okay to break down.
Oh, yeah,
so
you
that
can break
everybody
it down,
knows
yeah.
It's going to MD4, the LCI,
Yep.
and the district, and then if there's extra, it would be the club admins. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, I think the treasurer should also be, have access to my LCIF. Because.
You
only-
do.
All the treasurers should, I'm not sure if all.
All the treasurers has access to LCI.
Because
Yeah.
there's always a reminder. What,
So they will send
they don't send paper.
no,
paper
it's on
invoice.
email. They will send an email to you,
Yeah.
but if you don't have any email, they'll actually send you a paper invoice.
I thought that was,
They will send it to you. Cause one time I clicked online that I don't like online, so they sent me a paper. I said, why are they sending me paper? So I called them. They said, oh, because you opted
Because I don't-
electronic
I
copy.
don't know.
So I said, put it back to them.
But there is an email.
There is an email and you should check. You
And
go
you
to
can
your
pay
line
online.
portal. You can pay online
You
as
can
well.
pay online.
Yes.
Who's on, alam mo, who's in the new portal right now? I'm a club president
I am.
and have full access. So I can see the invoices, treasurers, even all the old members. But next year I will be treasurer, so I don't know what I will see. But
So-
as president, I can see everything. I know
You can see, if the treasurer can see the members, you
everything.
can see your statements and everything.
Yes. Okay.
So the treasurer will have limited access compared to the president and administrator and secretary. Full access is president, secretary, and administrator.
That's good. I was appointed
A
administrator.
club admin
I'm
is,
a club admin next
you
year.
have a full access. The treasurer, you have a list of your members, and you have the statement that you will see that you will for that matter, yeah. Alright, so if you're paying check, make sure you pay to the address that's given to you by your club. It's actually important for a club to have a PO box. You know why? Because each year, the members and the officers change. So, for example, I'm the treasurer, and next year will be another person. So my address is not good anymore for the next year's treasurer. So it's good that the club has a PO box address and you mail all your communication, all your invoices or whatever, checks that you receive, put it there in the PO box. And the treasurer has access and the president.
It is a
Get it.
must, it is a must that to be.
It is
Not
advisable,
the treasurer's address.
not the personal address, yeah. It's better to have a PO box. Yeah. And the treasurer and the president should have access to that, and the secretary. Okay?
The president, the secretary, and treasurer.
PST.
There you go.
PST.
The officers change, the members leave, and it's good to have a permanent place for mail to be retrieved by club officers. Alright, so this is an example of your transactions. And this is based on QuickBooks. Tim.
Yep.
So each month in which transactions occurred or the club maintains a balance, an itemized statement of charges and credits will be sent from international headquarters. And these charges and credits may include the semi-annual international member dues, which is July and January. You have the entrance fees, the charter fees. The entrance fees right now is $35. Back in during COVID, they actually waived the entrance fees. The prorated dues for new members, the fees from reinstated members, those members that dropped and wanted to go back, and dues for transfer and all life members, and the club supplies. So this is the old My LCI back then.
Yeah.
We do have a new portal right now, and I can tell you, it's a little harder to navigate. There's a lot of drop-down menu that you have to click and keep on. So what you can do is there is actually a tutorial online, resources. So if you want to learn how to add members, new members, or delete members, there's a video on how to do that. On treasurers, they also have that. And there's an electronic book for treasurer as well. The e-club treasurer, do that, it's on LCI. Just go ahead and type in your search on your Google, e-club treasurers book, and you'll find it, and it's detailed. Very detailed. So this is the one that we just discussed, the LCI dues, the MB4 and District 4C4 dues. So this is an example of the Lions Club International invoice.
Please come back. I missed those three items. There you go. What is that $8?
The $8, so the $14.40,
Yes.
it comprises the $8 for the dues for the
Oh,
district.
then you broke it
The
down.
convention
Then you
is
broke it
$6
down. Okay.
and the website is
For
40
the district, we're
cents.
broken down.
That's
Okay.
broken down.
And that totals up to 80/40.
Yeah,
Is it
80/40.
80/40?
Okay.
Oh, because of the 48, from 46 to
Yeah,
48.
it's not
Yeah.
Okay, convention, six,
Yeah.
convention, okay.
For
Let me
the-
just
for
cut
the-
that.
That's for the district.
For the district, and that's
Yeah.
the breakdown. Website is 40 cents. Okay.
86 and.
There.
So the $14.40 that you pay to the district, that is the
Broken,
breakdown.
the breakdown.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that's why when you go to convention, when you attend a convention and they're serving whatever, you're entitled to it because if you are a Lions, you paid for that, a portion. And then the website also. That's why we have that constant connect email all the time. That's part of that.
So that pays for the hospitality suite.
The hospitality suite is actually no, that's our law. Oh, the district, yeah, yes, yes.
Free drinks and, yeah,
Yep, we actually have a budget for that.
okay.
Yeah, that's why.
Thank
That's why the hospitality suite for the district is out there for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here you go. This is
MD4.
this is the multiple district. This is the state, the MD4. So before it used to be the MD4 that is billing us. Now, since it started last year, it's now Lion Denise that is sending the bill for MD4. So we're doing it on a district level. All the district have to send invoices to the members. It's just that the MD4, they're probably short of staff, and it's better for the district to just go ahead and send the invoice.
Sorry to interrupt. Can you give us a view of the billing cycle of LCI, MD4, and district? Billing cycle. When are we charged? July 1st?
July and December is for the,
July and December.
It's January and July.
Okay.
so
For,
the district and MD4 is billed twice annually.
so what month?
So that should be, I think it's July and December.
July and December.
If I'm not mistaken.
And then that's also with the LCI because
The LCI is the same thing.
same thing, so it's
Yeah.
July and December,
Right.
the billing cycle. Awesome.
Silo,
There you go.
this is the notices of invoice availability from
That's your
LCI.
answer.
It is first week of each month.
June 30 invoice are based on that.
December 31 and June 30 invoices are based on the number of lions reported on MMR. So if you want to drop a member, make sure that you drop it before
July 1st.
December 31.
December 31.
Okay.
In that way, you won't be billed for January to June. Because it's semi-annual.
Just a quick clarification for this gentleman. 4C4 bills, February 1st and August 1st.
Okay. 4C4, okay.
Right. And that's for 4C4 and ND4.
So February,
Right.
February and-
1st and August 1st.
yeah.
Thanks, Lyle.
Thank you, sir. Because you get busy, you might be able to go. You don't pay.
So these are, let's look at some of the important financial policies that we need to adhere in our club, okay? The board of directors shall formally approve all club bank accounts. The board has to approve it. All financial records should be audited annually. Annually. The treasurer pays out all monies only on the authority of the board. You cannot pay to anybody without the board approval. The club may not create any indebtedness beyond the current income of the club.
When you say, audited annually, is that January, December, or
Our calendar year is July to June.
July to June?
Yeah. So July 1st to June 30th is our Lions calendar year.
Just want to share that because we have a foundation, this year we appointed an auditor who is an accountant who is also filing our
Taxes.
foundation taxes.
Good.
So fortunately, but once we don't have that, it's really tough for our treasurer to do all the things.
Yeah.
So we have a check and balances.
That's actually good, because especially if you have a lot of money coming in and out, it's better to have an outside person to audit it. You can even request one from,
He's also a lion.
yeah, you can even
Yeah, okay.
request one from another club or the district level.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good.
Okay, regarding reimbursements to club members, what do you need?
Receipts
Good?
and approval of the expense.
Yeah? You show me the receipt and I will pay you. If you don't have a receipt, sorry. If it's for a project, get approval from the project chair or the president. There is no way that one of even your founder, your charter president, or the president.
If the project was already approved by the board and by the members, and expenses are incurred, do you still have to go back to the project chair or the president?
You don't have to,
Yeah, that's fine.
because it's already been
Because it's
approved.
already, yeah.
But what you can do is your receipt has to be approved by the chair. You cannot just like, okay, you have a fundraising, right? And you incurred some expenses. You have to submit your expenses to them for them to get reimbursed. You cannot just like, okay, I spent $1,200, give me my $1,200. Can't do that. You have to have a receipt.
Okay, say for a medical mission,
Okay.
say $2,000 was approved, and $1,000 was
The expenses.
approved for medicine, for the anesthesia, for everything. And a member was assigned because she has access to a vendor in the Philippines. So this member would have to remit the amount to the vendor in the Philippines.
Okay.
We don't have access to the member. So the member would use his own account to send the money, so the member would come back and get reimbursement for that medicine.
Okay, then that member should have a receipt.
Yeah, he would have a receipt, he would have a copy.
Yeah,
I
and you
mean,
just have to present.
Shirley would send an invoice to the member, and the member would, based on that receipt, would send the money. So when we pay the vendor, does the president and the project chair would have to sign off on it? When we did the meeting, we already identified who is responsible for the expenses.
Well, you had a meeting already, you already
Yeah, we already
discussed it
have
and everything.
assignments.
But we have to remember, who is that person that's getting reimbursed? So it's for your record purposes, because you have to remember, our members of the club has the right to look at any records
Yeah.
whatsoever. So if you don't have any record of that and you just said, well, it is approved already by the board.
No, there will always be a receipt to be presented by the member who remitted the money.
Well, if there's a receipt, then file it
so-
with your treasurer.
Do I still have, because it's for the approval, it's kind of redundant, the third statement.
I think, does a project chair have to sign off on each and every receipt
Yeah.
for the event?
Yes, because that is the chair. You cannot just override the chair. So for example, you are the chair.
Yeah, but during the process, we already assigned people.
I know
To be
you already
responsible.
assigned people,
So,
but make sure that you inform the chair, because there's a lot of projects that's ongoing in
yeah, the
each
chair would
club.
have to make the report anyway.
Right, so make sure the chair is aware that this one has been the expense of this fundraising, another one coming in, another expense for this fundraising, so the total is blah, 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 and here comes the receipts attached to it. Because otherwise, if you budgeted $2,000 for that project, and here comes a member somewhere down wherever, Philippines or China, and they said, oh, I spent $2,000 on my vaccines, but in fact, he already only spent $1,000 or $1,500, So make sure you have documentation for that person that got $2,000. You know how it is, I'm not saying that the Philippines is, or whatever, but
Yeah, there's
it's
always
just
a receipt.
normal.
We don't reimburse without.
Yes, all the time, you have to have a receipt. Show me your receipt and you're gonna get reimbursed. If you wanna pay up front, so go ahead, pay up front. So when you get the reimbursement from the club, here are my receipts. Like when we shipped a box to Tonga, that's an example. It's a big project. A whole box, like probably this huge, this high, will cost us about $1,000 to ship it. Okay? What about the contents of those box? So we have to purchase all those contents of the box. So there's one person that's in charge purchasing all those stuff to put in the box. So instead of her using our money, the club's money right away, she uses her own credit card, okay? So she has all receipts. So what I suggest with that kind of project is have an envelope, put all your receipts in one envelope and put a label. Tonga box 1, okay, purchase that, put it in that box, that envelope. So at the end, okay, these are all my expenses. Here, get the reimbursement form. There is a reimbursement form. Put everything. Supplies for Tonga, box number 1. Yeah? Okay. Now let's review some important information regarding financial statements. All monies, regardless of source, must be deposited as received in the board-approved bank account. So if you have an event that happened last Friday, it's better if you can go ahead and finalize everything and deposit it by Monday. Do not wait for a week or 2 weeks or a month or 2 months to be deposited. Because you'll never know what's going to happen. You can get robbed. You might lose the money. You get break-in in your car and the treasurer's money is in there. Gone. So payment should not be made from cash received by the club, but drawn from one of the club's bank accounts through customary banking procedure. That means if you need to pay something, do not pay in cash. Pay with your check, the club check.
Some vendors require cash.
I would not advise on paying cash. It's kind of tough to pay cash. Nowadays, I'm pretty sure that they want everything to be recorded, or everything has to be like transparent and everything. Zelle, Venmo, yeah, it's traceable, trackable.
What if you pay cash and ask for a signed receipt?
You can ask for a receipt. You want to pay cash?
Point of, it's really tricky if you're a treasurer, because some of your members will say, I'll pay this now and reimburse me. Even a small item, like $40. So you get a receipt, you label it, and you go to the treasurer and get the money. You know, like for example, a membership dues that's about $42 paying the LCI. I paid it on my card. I said, okay, I'll pay this, and then you see the receipt in there. I pay this amount to accounts payables. I did that one time on my card. Accounts payables, they went to LCI because I was thinking that they need it right away to meet the deadline. So it's a little bit tricky because I use my own card, but my treasurer will see it. 42.68. It's being paid.
You can, but you can also use your club's banking account. If you want to pay LCI, they will take your account number.
Okay.
Yeah. They will automatically draw it from your account.
Yeah, if you call.
Yeah.
They would.
There is an 800 number that you can call.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's better. Thank you.
Here's an example, and I won't name any club names in this example, but somebody buys dinner for the club for $200. All the members pay for the meal, and the person who bought the meal gets $200 cash, right? Out of the meal fund.
Right.
So accounting wise, everything's above, I mean,
Okay.
from a Lions standpoint, what should have happened, or is that okay?
I should say no. If it's cash, you know, it's really tricky, you know. Anything that is related to cash, it's kind of like tricky.
So My issue with that, maybe, not with what you said, but the situation is, the expense is not recorded anywhere on what we paid for meals that night, the receipts that
Exactly.
we actually got's not recorded, and so that's a good argument for cutting them a check
Yep,
for the
Yes,
expense.
yes,
Yeah.
that
Right,
way,
to keep it in the books.
Yeah.
So,
But,
that's right.
but I can certainly see an argument for the other.
Yeah, definitely. So you have to make sure that everything is clear and clean when you record it in your books. That's just the bottom line. Yeah. So the club should retain all financial records for a period of 7 years. That's just normal. Even our own taxes, we have to keep it for 7 years before we shred it. So these records may include bank statements, invoices and receipts, tax returns, and other governmental filings. Then you have to review club practices with your current treasurer. What is your practice?
Those records, where are they exposed? Who will maintain those records? The treasurers?
the treasurer.
The treasurer has to maintain the records.
Okay.
Yeah. And every year, for example, you are the treasurer this year, and next year is a different person. You should have a good transition to transfer all your records. So what I usually do when there's a new treasurer, especially charities, you have a list of items that you gave it to the next treasurer. In that way, that person cannot say, I didn't receive that, I didn't get that, but it's right here, sign off on all this, you have all this.
So these are the ones that should be audited. Bank statements, invoices, receipts. The auditor should have those from the treasurers in order to do the audit.
The auditor should request all documentation that that auditor needed to audit the club finances. So whether, of course, the bank statement is number one. How are you going to audit if you don't have any bank statements?
Or no
And then no
invoices,
invoices, or if you're using QuickBooks, he can easily go to QuickBooks, okay, check on all this check number, blah, blah, blah. Does it match payable to this one or this one? Because sometimes you record it on QuickBooks with a different name, but on the check it's a different name. So make sure it matches.
Okay.
Kathy, just to share with you, I only asked for 4 years, and then I'm a treasurer. Sabi, give me all the reporting statement. I got this thing. My statements, all the reports. So I should look for another 3 years. Because you said 7 years. I got line Rosa. Give me that. Now I have to keep it. I will be the county treasurer. I should have asked for maybe 3 more years, but I have this. All the bank statement. Everybody can see it. One copy goes to the auditor.
Yeah,
Ooh. Big responsibility.
it is a big responsibility if you're a treasurer, especially if your club has a lot of,
Going back to
go
the
back,
tax
tax
returns.
returns.
When do we file? And
November, usually November, is it Lyle?
November
just
15th.
November 15th.
Most are by November 15th.
Yeah, those are the postcards if your club is has 50,000 and below. Then you can submit with a postcard filing. Yeah.
That's right, below. That's below.
You don't have 50,000, then you're. Now receiving payments. Okay. So what do you think about this one? Let's see. They paid it to a club for that amount. Do you know what is that for?
no.
No. So what do you think?
There should be a memo.
There's no memo.
So the check I wrote?
So
It's not your name.
when you receive this, make sure that you have a pen and an envelope, put it in the envelope and see what is this for. Oh, this is for our crab feed. Okay, so write it down because you don't know, you receive a lot of money, a lot of checks and everything, you don't know what it's for. So make sure you have an envelope in there, okay? Okay, $100 crab feed. You got that too. You get a check and you get $100 scrap fee. Again, put it in the envelope, label it. And look at this. It says the $100, $40 goes towards dues. It's kind of crazy, yeah? Because they mix it up. Here's the $100. Okay, by the way, $40 is for my dues, okay? And the $60 is for the crab fee.
So you deposit the administrative and move forward the $60.
That's right. Then you have $100 for 5 squares in the Daily City fundraiser. So this is the one that comprises the $240. So can you imagine if most of your members are doing that? So make sure you identify right there and then where the check or the money is going to. Okay? And even worse, if they start handing you cash
Yeah, that happens.
and you expect to remember what it's for, it's crazy. So make sure you come to the meeting prepared with a checkbook if you need to reimburse a member or you pay the restaurant, and also bring envelopes. That's very important.
Well, I've gotten the habit, every deposit, everything, every check, I take a picture right away.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
I don't know, this is very helpful, you know, this, and then I have a album checks document.
That's good.
You lose it, you forget about it.
So what is the importance of an auditor? The moral of the story is, never count your cash alone. Always have someone with you when you count it, okay? Even if you're a treasurer, have another member or your president or any officer. Count it.
And take picture together.
That's right, you take pictures together.
Yeah.
All right. So again, you have to report your financial report. You should include the monetary assets at the beginning and the end of the period, your itemized income and expense. You have your budget versus actual.
Can you go back to that one more time?
Which one?
It's 9.
The budget?
Versus aqua.
Yeah, that one.
This one?
Oh, is that it? Oh.
That one.
It had, beginning, it said report to the board, beginning and end,
There you go.
That one?
yes,
Yeah.
thank you. Oh, and recording.
I'll send that to you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
so you don't have to write it everything.
You can send it to her, but you can't send it to Asia.
I'll send it to everybody. How's that?
Great,
Yeah.
great.
That way you guys are good to go.
Thank you.
So do you have any questions?
Doing great.
You're gonna have a lunch break soon.
It's fast.
Oh, 15 minutes.
11 to 1.
All the subtract.
The truck.
I
But,
think that's a break.
Before you move on, in terms of signatures on the checking account, banks don't care if you only have one signature, but some organizations require 2 signatures.
That's correct.
Is it advisable?
It's advisable to have 2 signatures. Why? If one is sick and you cannot reach that person, then
No,
you
I mean
cannot pay.
2 signatures on the check.
So,
two designees.
so most, like our club, we have 2 signatures if it's over $1,000. Yeah, if it's a big check,
There you
then
go.
we need 2 signatures.
Should have
If
a
it's
cop.
less than, it's easy, just
So,
one check,
Because
one
the bank,
signature. So
they only need one signature.
the bank, yeah,
Bank won't care.
the bank doesn't care, really.
Do you have to incorporate it in the bylaws or just an SOP?
You can use it as your SOP or even your board approval. That's it. Because whenever you open a bank account, it has to be approved by the board anyways.
Let me just share this with you. Our admin account, they want our secretary to be the signatory. This is changed in West Portal. Is that also true in your bank? They want our secretary to be the signatory. This is changed in West Portal. That's why Lyle Rosa remains the signatory for the two accounts because the secretary has to go and show up. Is this true to your account? Who's your
No.
secretary?
Actually, it does not matter whether it's the secretary or not. What it is you have to have a
The
documentation
bank
from
wants
your
it.
board.
The bank wants it.
So the bank, what they do is they have to have a letter from the board
The
stating
officers of that
who
club.
are the signatory of your club. So if they say our president, blah blah blah, or a lion, da 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 da, is the signatory of the bank, and
they
it's
need a
approved by the board.
Yeah, they need a
Okay.
resolution.
But
from the
this
board.
as if they are the one that's dictating
No,
that the signatory should
No.
be our
they
secretary.
require a resolution from the board.
Okay?
I have
We
not
do that.
heard of that because
That's in our West Portal. That's
I've
why.
been
Ours-
helping a lot of clubs opening
That's why,
bank accounts.
that's why I'm sharing it. Because that's why
Yeah.
Lyle Rosa is still our secretary.
Yes,
So
like
yeah, I
that.
think we have three different signators, three different people who could
Who
sign
could, yes.
checks. So the president, treasurer, I believe the secretary, but I don't think our bank.
But,
I'll find out, I'll look for that.
Yeah, change
But-
West Portal.
In the bank accounts, banks have different types of accounts. So do some, do most of you have both admin and charity accounts that accept Zelle and have
Yes.
statements like that?
Yeah.
Our charity that is combined now with our foundation, they can do Shell directly. Now it's direct. We were able to put that together.
Okay. So any more questions?
Does anybody have a bank card, an ATM card they can use to buy things?
Yes, Len.
No, yes,
No.
if anybody has an
No.
ATM card, yes, we do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we do have.
We don't advise to have an ATM card. It's just that, anybody can just,
Too dangerous.
too dangerous to use it. Anybody can just use an ATM. And if your treasurer is not on top of things, or whoever is doing the records, then you cannot, why is this person using my ATM card, the club ATM card? That happens in one of the organization actually. And they use it to purchase tickets to go attend a convention in the East Coast. Got caught. So, remember, you're holding the finances of your club, so take care of it. Alright? Alrighty, so if you have any questions, let me know. Definitely all that we discuss here will be on, it's gonna be on YouTube and also in our district website. And you can also get the club treasurer ebook.
Have you covered the tax, reporting the tax? The
The club reporting,
to the tax,
you mean the taxes
the taxes,
for the November?
uh-huh.
What is your question?
So to file the tax to the,
To the
IRS.
state?
IRS.
990.
Oh, the IRS
Yeah, the
taxes,
IRS,
yeah. So if your club does have 50,000 or less, so you need only a postcard to file it. And I believe in your club, Jeff will be able to assist you on that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Ask Jeff. And if you guys have any problem also with taxes, we have some Lion leaders that will be able to assist you on that one too. One is from the Silicon Valley Lions Club, which is Jeff. What's Jeff's last name?
Just civil.
Scheibel.
Scheibel.
Scheibel. And then Rich Lee, our treasurer, and also Email Cantola would be able to help you too. PDG Email is actually our past council chair, and he used to work for the IRS. So that's a very good go-to person with regards to taxes. All right, everyone?
Yes.
Thank you so much, and enjoy your lunch.
Lunch truck is the senior wing parking lot. They wouldn't let me bring the lunch truck in the building, so you have to exit the building, although,
Same problem.
exit the building.
Continue.
What you doing?
Good luck.
No, you're not coming back.